Warning: Dad space may cause spontaneous sock sorting, lawn admiration, and an irresistible urge to tell lame jokes at every opportunity.
It's time to rethink men's health. Because it doesn't just affect men, it affects us all. When men are well, the benefits ripple through families and communities. But when men are unwell and unsupported, we all feel it. We're all the real face of men's health. Be part of the solution with Movember.
Hey, welcome back to the Dad Space Podcast for dads by dads. Glad you're here. It's Movember. It's also November, and it's 2 in 1. And also, you're getting 30 episodes in 30 days, which is a lot of episodes. I get it, but we're here to celebrate Movember, talk about all things dad, all things men's mental health, all things men's physical health, all for you this month in November. So I hope you are growing that mustache. Head over to the links in the show notes for Movember and check out what you can do in your community and with your friends and your family at work to celebrate this amazing month called Movember. And it's early. You can still jump in, still be part of it. Would love for your participation this month. And I want to talk a little bit about why Movember even matters. And for dads, why this month is important, and the men's mental health movement and the health movement for men, why this is so important for you and I to pay attention to, not just once a month out of the year, but every month, every day, every week. This should be our focus, and I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for pressing play. Share this episode with another dad and let them know about Dad Space. Let's jump in. Movember is more than just about mustaches and growing a mustache. Fun, right? It's more about that. It's about men showing up for their health, their families, and for each other. This movement, founded through Movember.com, focuses on tackling the biggest health issues facing men today: mental health, suicide prevention, prostate cancer, testicular cancer. It's all about men this month, and we as men are not traditionally great at talking about stuff like this or even being interested at all. So the fact that there's a month dedicated to us, it's something that raises awareness and hopefully helps you to be more proactive when we come to topics like this. We live in a world where we are more connected than ever through our devices, our phones, and all that, the internet, and yet so deeply disconnected at the same time. The amount of guys who would drop anything to help you on the side of the road if your car broke down, or help you move on a Saturday or whatever, that group is shrinking. Yeah, sure, we have a lot of followers, we have a big social media footprint, or we have a YouTube channel and people watch our videos, but who really knows us at the end of the day? And I think that's why Movember really matters. What is the why behind Movember? What does this really mean? Men, especially dads, are often the rock of their families. And in that, rocks are generally pretty quiet and silent. They're there, you can build on them, but they don't say much. Sometimes that means that we as men avoid asking for help or checking in on our own mental health, our own physical health. And Movember's research shows that the quality of men's social connections is one of the strongest predictors of our mental and our physical well-being. Dads who maintain real supportive friendships are less likely to experience anxiety and depression, and they model healthy emotional openness for their kids. It's what Movember's all about. Movember also highlights that 1 in 10 dads experience depression during the transition to fatherhood, and can be up to 47 times more at risk of suicide during this period compared to other times in life. That's why Movember funds programs like Family Man, a free evidence-based online parenting program that helps fathers connect, build skills, and improve family relationships. That's why it exists. There's a need. And when men don't know where to turn, they turn inward or they turn quiet. The Movember Institute, turning research into action. Through the Movember Institute of Men's Health, The organization brings together experts, partners, and communities to advance early detection, treatment, and support programs that transform men's health outcomes. The goal is clear: healthy men, healthy world. And that's right from the Movember website. Links in the show notes. How dads can take action this Movember. We've got 6 things you can do. And you can do all of them, or you can do one. But I'd encourage you to try this Movember. And it's early. Remember, you can get on this right now. First, grow a mo. I am the eternal, everlasting scruff guy. I don't shave often. I trim her down here and there, but yeah. So I permanently have something going on, but it's never been like that big, full mustache you'd see on those guys. I don't have that. I just have this consistent stubble on my face, and my wife's like, yeah, you probably could shave. But November's about growing a mustache. And start November with a clean shaven. There's the key. You can't already jump in. It's kind of like coming up to a stoplight and it's red, but as you approach, it turns green. So you're already moving and the car beside you is sitting still. You can't just pass and keep going and be like, look at me, I'm fast. No, you start with a clean shaven face at the beginning of November, and it's still early, so you could do this, but you shave. And I'm like, people are like, I have a mustache. I know. But the idea is that you grow a mustache in November, on Movember. So you grow a mo. You start with a clean shaven face, and over the month of November, you grow your mustache. Not a full beard. We're talking about a mustache, okay? And you use it as talking points when people come up to you and start talking about, hey, you shaved. Yeah, it's Movember. Hey, I see your mustache coming in. Great. Yeah, it's about Movember. And you use this as a way to bring up conversation around the office with your friends and your family, your kids, about what this month really means and why Movember exists. So that's the idea. It's a physical display that you are participating in Movember. So it's still early. Can you do it? I'd love for you to try. And that's one of the physical displays of you participating in Movember, is to shave it all off and start fresh at the beginning of the month and let it grow over the course of November. So you got 30 days. Let's see what you look like. And take pictures and share your story and talk about it on your socials. If you have a social platform, then get out there and talk about it and send people back to Movember.com. The second one is to move for Movember. So I'm not talking about grabbing a U-Haul and packing up your house and moving. No, but run or walk 60 kilometers through the month of November. Why 60? That's 60 kilometers for 60 men lost to suicide every hour around the world. Guys, we're losing too many great men in this way. 60 kilometers for 60 men we've lost to suicide worldwide every hour. And if you're in the U.S., miles. 60 miles for 60 lost men over the month. That's your commitment. Get moving solo with your kids or with your family and track your progress and raise funds while watching and teaching your children the importance of mental health and community, all through the Movember site. 60 kilometers, 60 miles for 60 men lost to suicide every single hour worldwide. This is your goal for Movember. Will you participate? Get up there and start moving. That's the second one you can do. Third, host a Dad Space event. So you have this podcast called Dad Space. You're listening to it right now. Host a Dad Space event. Play an episode. Pick a short one and talk about it with your group. Do something related to Dad Space or whatever you want to call it. But you already have this, so you can leverage this if you have no other ideas. Host a Dad Space event. Bring your buddies together for a Dad Space Mo Night. Why not? Whether it's watching a game, having a fire pit chat in the backyard, or doing a group workout, something. Do something together with the guys and turn it into an opportunity to raise awareness and funds. Again, go back to Movember.com and check in on each other and use Dad Space maybe as a themed event for you and your guys that you hang out with, why not? And maybe talk about podcasts and Dad Space and what other resources, books, and things that you're using to help you to be a better dad. Host a Dad Space event. And of this, I approve. Also, share your story. Some of us are on social media, YouTube, all that stuff. Some of us, we're not. But we can always share our story. Record a short video, do a podcast. Hey, that's what I do. Do a podcast segment about why Movember matters to you. Encourage vulnerability by sharing something you've learned about health and fatherhood and mental resilience, and share your experience, because you're the only one that's done what you've done. And in that, you can help somebody by sharing your story, however that is for you, big or small. Even if it's just talking to your partner, your best friend, your kids, and share your story. Don't hide this story from the world. Your story needs to be told. And if you have a social platform, great, then use it. Face to camera, short little clip. This is what I'm doing for Movember, and this is why it matters. Share your story. The fifth thing we can do out of these 6 things is book that checkup. So this one's more for Dave than anybody else, but I am not that type of guy that goes often to see my doctor. I have asthma and I need medicine for my asthma on a returning basis. I got to go back and get a refill all the time. It's a pain in the butt. But I've had asthma since I was 10, and I have medicine I take for it. And I'm at the end of my medicine. So this month I got to go for that at least. But I book that checkup with your doctor. Use Movember as a cue to schedule your annual physical, learn about testicular self-exams from your doctor, or encourage a friend to do the same. Health conversations save lives. Another key component of Movember. And lastly, stay connected. I would love for you in Movember, this month, in the month of November, to make a list of 3 people that you haven't talked to, 3 guys, and you haven't talked with them for a while. And check in. A simple, how are you? But with the added word, really. It could really make a difference for men that live in silence and feel disconnected from other men, who are caught up in diapers and feedings and work and no sleep, to hear from somebody like you. So don't assume that everyone else is great, everyone else is doing good, and you're the only one struggling. There's other people who are struggling at different levels, at different times, with different experiences, and they could really use your attention. It's Movember. It's about guys. It's about our friends. It's about the people that we've lost track of. That social circle is shrinking over time. And instead of focusing on your online followers, focus on your friends, the people who know you and know you well, and reach out to them. Pick 3. That's it. 3. Focus on them, reach out, rebuild, reconnect, and use Movember as an excuse. Stay connected. As we close off, a quick message for you as a dad. Movember is about more than just awareness and being aware of these stats and these figures and this information. It's about action, and it's about connection. It reminds dads everywhere that taking care of your health is not selfish. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. Making time for yourself is not selfish. Your health isn't selfish. It's one of the most powerful gifts that you can give your family. When dads thrive, kids thrive. For this Movember, this challenge is only going to help you grow. Not just a mustache, but grow as a person. It's going to help you to grow conversations, connections, and courage. So I would encourage you, after you go to dadspace.ca, go to Movember.com to sign up and get ideas or donate to help other fathers and families everywhere to live longer, live happier, live healthier, and more fulfilling lives. It's Movember. It's time for you to make those connections and make yourself a priority, and I'm hoping that you do so. We have 30 episodes in 30 days, all around Movember, about dads, about men. And I would love for you to share this podcast with another man in your life, your friend, and use this maybe as a reason to get on the phone, to get in person, grab a coffee, grab a drink, and meet and spend time with people you've disconnected with over the years. Use this as an excuse to reconnect. It's Movember. It's November. I'm glad you're here. Please share the show. And thank you for being part of Dad Space. Happy Movember. Grow that mustache. I want to see some pictures. Send them to dadspace.ca. I'd love to hear from you, see you, and connect with you over there. Thanks for listening.
We all know a man of few words. A man who wasn't exactly gifted the gab. With him, it's always a one-sided conversation. He was once told that a picture says 1,000 words, which is why he never posts them. Invite him for a quiet one, and you'll get exactly that.
Hellsworth? Oh.
And when asked to say a few words...
Mark Davis. Well done, Mark. Come up here. Come on.
Thanks. He takes it literally.
Short and sweet, Mark.
He's the type of man who'd sing an instrumental at karaoke.
Have you been to...
And he's often described as a
Francis?
good listener.
Really nice.
Oh, was that many songs, honestly? And there you go. So they go up there.
But he's never been famous for his goodbyes. But even a man of the fewest words knows that when times are tough, a few words just aren't enough. So if you're feeling like things just aren't quite right, be a man of more words. Tell someone, because talking saves lives.